Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you a build that I did for build number 2 of me rebuilding Newcrest. Now this one, I wanted to do a $50,000 house. It ended up being around, I think, like a $65,000. It was all because I used this video for my landscaping tips one, and the landscaping for it was very, very expensive. So it was a bit more expensive than I wanted, but it turned out okay in the end. So my goal for this house was to make a house for a kid or teen, an infant, and their parents. Because I was thinking I want it to be like very like family friendly, and I want it to be a home where you can raise the new life stage, the infant, of course. So this was more of like a suburban area that I found. So there's gonna kind of be like a lounge beside it, a museum. So it's gonna be quite like a laid back area. Also, there's a park behind it. So I figured that would be a great family friendly home. I was almost trying to capture the style of the buildings around it. So it was very kind of suburban, and this one was actually black and white. I wasn't sure about the black and white, but it turned out pretty good in the end. And I had a rough time with deciding in this build. You'll see in a minute. And sorry about not posting a lot of the short lifespan legacies in a bit. I'm currently editing one, and it's taking longer than I originally thought it would take to edit it, but it should be coming out, if not tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. So at least we'll have it coming out soon. Now, with this house, I did end up having to shrink it a bit, and it was kind of a bit crammy and tight inside. It was all because of the kitchen, dining, and living room area. And I wanted it to be an older looking house, so it was a very closed off floor plan, which is actually pretty good because then space would be great. And also, when I did the build, the inside's also black and white. I think the only part that isn't black and white is the kids' room. Even the infant's room's black and white. Well, it kind of has some red accents, but mostly the infant room is black and white. Also, I really had trouble finding windows for this build because I didn't find something that was kind of old yet modern, and I want it to be black and white. And I'm not very good at building this style of house, so it's a bit rough finding windows for me. And also, with the window situation, have you guys seen the one that I built with the first starter home? I think I spent like 10 minutes doing the window on it, and I cut it out of the video. That one was tough too. I do not like doing windows in this game. And especially because I decided to add flower boxes. I'm not sure why I decided to add flower boxes. I just did. So that was rougher than usual. You can see me now that I'm just kind of putting on the flower boxes. And I'm soon going to kind of work on the exterior painting, which was also rough because I think I've switched back paints a few times. But I think I ended up only doing one color of paint, and I may have cut it out. I don't think I did, but it is a possibility that I would have cut it out. Also, for this build, I really tried to match landscaping around it. I know that you won't actually get to see the landscaping because I purposely did not landscape it at all or do the backyard because I wanted to do it for my landscaping video. But I will show you a tour at the end. And I purposely tried to find landscaping around the build because I figured that it would look better. And I definitely believe that did. Here's another tip that if you didn't catch my landscaping video, which I'll link at the end of the video. You always want to try to match the landscaping around the world because it just looks better. Also, for these roofs on the little kind of pokies over the roof, I'm not sure what to call them. They're almost like dorms. Yeah, they are dorms. They have a problem because they kind of touch each other. And if I shrink them, they're too small. If I raise them, they're too big. They're just a problem. They're one of those little roofs that are a problem, and I have no idea what to do about them. Also, I did play test this house. It is okay, so you can move in here. I get that the kitchen and living rooms are kind of tight. You just can't add anything else in it without deleting it because it was really, really tight. Also, when you download these houses, make sure to turn on bb.move objects on before you download them so no objects get misplaced and your Sims can't walk around. So with this house, I kind of wanted to do like a half brick, half suburban kind of siding. So I tried to do originally a brick that kind of looks like Seasons brick, because of course this is all base game. But I didn't really like how that one turned out. So then I tried to do a brick that was more kind of bricky, but I didn't really like that one. So I finally found this nice dark gray one, which I really, really like. I believe I cut out most of me trying to find the brick out of the video because it took me a while to find the brick. And with these patios, I have one in the front or back. I don't actually think I put anything on the one in the front. So it's kind of like free creative liberties, which is really, really good. So I kind of cut out a bit of me doing the outside. You can see that I'm trying to figure out the floor plan here. The floor plan was rough. I literally flipped the whole floor plan around because I couldn't figure out where to put the master bedroom. So I kind of found the master bedroom on the other side of the house. But then I wanted to flip it around because I wasn't sure where to put the kitchen and the stairs when it fit. So you'll see like a flip right here in a second. And then I'm going to start to get into the front entranceway of the house. So it's kind of closed off. You see that the stairs are kind of where the master bedroom are, and there's 2 bathrooms upstairs. There's the infant room, a child's room, and the master bedroom. I also managed to put a high chair on this build. I'm not sure how many people actually use the high chairs, but I figured it worked. And this flooring, I used to use this flooring all the time, but then I switched to the one that came with Eco Lifestyle. But this is such a really, really good flooring. I'm happy that I found that one again. It just kind of passed me by in the catalog because there's so many better ones. But I feel like it really, really works for this house. And it is a good flooring in the base game, so I really, really like it. I did also use the variation of this rug. Do you see the rug that almost has the weird pattern? I'm not sure what it's called. Well, that rug has like the tiny little like front entrance way rug slash bathroom mat. It also has like a long one. Then it has a big rug kind of for under the dining table and a big one for the living room. So I'm like, oh, perfect. I'm used that rug literally everywhere. I also for once actually put a closet in my build. Now you can't actually really use closets in the game, but I figured it looked really, really cool, so I might as well put the closet in the build. I also used a little glass door so it looked better. And I used a light, so and then actually like a dark little corner in the room, which was good. Now I struggled to do the back patio with this build. I'm not actually sure if I did it while I was doing the landscaping one or while I was doing this one, but it was just so tiny. I wanted to put so much back there. I wasn't sure what to put back there. Also, the front entranceway, I think I may cut this out, but I literally went back and forth like 20 times trying to find a spot where I could put the little front entranceway table. So I wanted a front entranceway table, but I didn't want it to be like in the corner. I didn't want to size it down. So I went back and forth like 12 times trying to find the front entrance table and where to put it. So I have a question that I want you guys to answer. If I were to do a video of like a CC hunt or something like that, or like best CC finds, what would you guys want to see? Would you want to see like infant CC, kids or teen CC, toddler CC, female or male CC? Because I don't have much men CC. I'm not sure why. I think it just kind of passes me by when I'm looking for CC. But I recently went and found a bunch of hares, and I'm still going on that hunt. So if you do want to see it, I would like track down the CC that I found and show it to you guys. Also, so the base game kind of has like a few styles, but one of them is this very, very cheap looking style, and I think it's meant to be very, very cheap looking. Most people use it for starter homes, but I actually used a lot of that furniture in this house. I'm not sure why. Like, the one that I just put up was one of the examples, but it just kind of looked good in this house. I also made the accident of sizing up the mirror. Yeah, that wasn't a good idea. The mirror does not look good sized up, and no mirrors actually look good sized up. Have you guys also seen that? So, The Sims 4, every month they kind of give like an overview of what's going to happen that month. So, for the past 3 months, it's been one that was kind of like the let's get familiar with each other and whatever. And that's when they gave the overview for the Generations pack and everything. But now it's actually done. So, they don't have any more to give for that overview. So that's exciting because now we get to see maybe a different overview for the next couple months. I'm excited to see what this year holds. I thought there was a game pack in it, but there was only like a community stream, 2 kits, a big update, and some expansion pack, which is the Growing Together one. So I'm excited about that. You can see now that we're moving on to the living room. And I kind of had trouble fitting everything in the living room. And I did play test it and it all does work. But I needed it to like kind of be a bit more together because I wanted to put a fireplace in the living room. So I ended up putting one against the stairs, even though technically a fireplace would not normally be against the stairs, but it works. Also, I'm very, very surprised how easy it was to do a base game house. Normally, everybody like has to turn off all the other packs, but all you really have to do is filter, so it's just base game. It actually isn't that bad at all. And you can see now that I'm kind of struggling to find a black and white lamp that doesn't look cheap. And here's a TV hack too. So you see the TV that I have on the little setter, upper thingy, the stand, whatever you want to call it. Well, that TV actually is one of the cheapest TVs. It's the third most cheapest if you have just the base game. It's one of the best TVs to use because you can size it up and it looks like a giant TV. So you see here, I just kind of skipped to being done in the living room and done in the kitchen. So kitchen I kind of put in a little corner. It's reasonable size. It has some clutter, has a sink, and the dining room is play tested. Like I said, I did play test this house, and it all does function. That cut was when I was trying to play test. And when I go back to the living room, I'll kind of look at the fireplace and kind of tell you guys what I was thinking of the fireplace. So with the kitchen, I kind of wanted it to be one of those like small kitchens, and I really wanted it to be more of a closed off floor plan and not as open. But the stairs make it already kind of closed off, so I figured that was good enough. And I didn't have much room to make it that closed off because again, I was not trying to go over the budget. Even though as soon as I got to the master bedroom, you could see me giving myself extra money. So that not going over the budget didn't last for long. Also, I used postcards in this build, so you may have no idea how to get them, but here's how you get the postcards. So you turn on your cheat, so that's Control Shift C. You type in testing cheats space true. Then you type in bb.show hidden objects. Then bb.show live edit objects. And then you can go into the search bar and do debug. Now, this is basically every single item in the game ever. Like wondering why those buildings are in the background? Well, you can get them in debug. Wondering why that tree's over there? You can get it in debug. You can get every single thing ever in the game in debug. Even the baby food you can get in debug. You can get the dirty diapers in debug. I literally found in my landscaping video a custom content baby in debug. It is ridiculous what you can find in debug and really, really cool. So I kind of wanted to make a kids corner for downstairs because if I got a kids corner made, that would be way easier for you to take care of the infant in this build. So I used a lot of the butterfly painting because I really liked how it looked and it had a black frame. Also, it kind of looked like something that a kid would use. And I finally was able to use my dream table, which I'm happy about. I feel like I used it somewhere in this build. I'm not sure if I used it here. I do know that I used that plant because for some reason I thought it fit. So we're going to move on to the master bedroom here after I do the patio. So like I said, the patio was a bit cramped. I kind of wanted to almost make a built-in kitchen in the patio, but the patio is way too small for me to actually make a built-in kitchen. So I just made this tiny little patio with a grill, which may have been a mistake because when you have a grill on your lot, your sim will constantly grill. If you guys have Growing Together and you went to the rec center, stay there for a day. There will be plates and plates and plates of grilled food since townies will just come and grill. I have no idea why. They just do. And tell me in the comments down below if you want me to actually make some townies for Newcrest. Because I'm okay going into cast and making some base game non-CC townies. Not sure how they'll turn out, but I'm okay going into cast making some base game non-CC townies. Because I'm not even that much into build CC, but I'm not sure how cast is gonna work with me trying to do non-CC. Because I'm not very good at making casts without CC. Because I'm not that good at like forming the person's face or the sim's face. So I mostly just use CC to try to like form the face for me, if that makes any sense. But yeah, also, so you see that I'm really struggling to find a bed swatch here. I think I sat here for a while just trying to find the bed swatch because the bed was such a hard sell because I didn't want it to be like dark, but none of the dark colors were good. So I had to settle for like a light color of the bed and a light color for the nightstands and do black accents in the room. I also managed to put a computer in the parents' room, which is actually pretty good. And I did cut out all the footage of the bathrooms in this build because you guys don't need to see the bathrooms when I'm building a house. That's like unnecessary. So I will show you a tour at the end. I believe I said that already. So yeah, you guys can see the bathrooms. So I did manage to fit a bonsai tree in this build. And you guys may be like, what the heck's a bonsai tree? Well, if you have seasons, it gets you the flower arranging skill and the gardening skill. So you basically go up to the tree and you'll snip the tree. Then it will get you the flower arranging skill if you have seasons, or the gardening skill if you just have the base game. And then you can regrow and you can do it again. And eventually, if you're in like a certain mood, you can like cut into like a flirty one. Maybe it will make like a teddy bear and hearts. It's actually really cool. I need to use that more often. Now you can see that I'm starting with the infant's room. And this is going to take a turn from like nice light to literally a black and white infant room. I'm not sure how I managed. Somehow I put a black and white infant room. I believe they gave me money before I did the infant room because I could not survive without money before I did the infant room. Then, after I managed to start the infant room, I realized that I needed more stuff in the parents' room. So I literally went back down to add the rest of the stuff into the parents' room. Because the parents' room is just giving me problems. I'm not sure what was wrong with it, but it's just really problematic for me to do. And there are a lot of toys that support infants. Like, you know, Blarpy? Infants can literally talk to Blarpy or babble to Blarpy or whatever you want to say. It is so cute. I'm not sure how they can do it when they're staying in their crib, but it is so cute. Also, that bookshelf that we got for the base game update is the best. I use that one all the time, and it is so good. Now, my goal when creating this house was to make like a family house that you could eventually get with some money. Like maybe you work for a generation or two, then you get enough money to move into this house where you have other starters in the home that you can start to live in. So my whole idea was to create this nice house that everybody could live in. And I'm also going to put a house in this world that's specifically meant for Not So Berry Challenge. So it's going to be like a mint house, an all base game mint house. So you can start off your Not So Berry Challenge. And I'll make like different versions of the house decorated in like red and all the colors. I'm not sure why I said that because I'm probably going to regret that decision quite fast. But yeah, we'll do that. Also, this room I wanted to originally put two kids in. So you can see that I'm kind of doing like the half and half theme already to put two kids in the room. Well, I ended up only being able to put one of the kids in the room because of how smushy the room was eventually. But I did figure out that the one kid likes space according to their bed. And they also are really good at school according to their desk. So that's my little storyline for that kid. And you can also, you'll see a lot of me changing this room here because I really started out with trying to have like two beds in there. Then I'm like, I don't want to do bunk beds. Then we eventually went to one bed. Then I was trying to fit a desk in there. So it was a journey doing this because there's no one tile base game beds or desks. Well, there are one tile base game beds, but like no one tile base game desks. So I had to do a double desk, but I wasn't sure how to fit. Thinking back, I know I would fit it now, but at the time I had no idea how to fit it and make it look good. So I ended up just putting one kid in the room, which actually turned out better than I thought, and I managed to get the desk that I liked. Also, they need to add a one tile base game desk because those could come in handy so much. And it would be so fun to use them. So they really need to add that in. Sims team, This is me telling you that we need to add a one tile base game desk. So you can see here that I'm trying to switch around the layout of the room because I wanted to put like the desk there, maybe have the other kid on the other side, but it just didn't work out. So I feel like I eventually changed the wallpaper back and added the toys in, which you'll see here in a minute. And I'm going to head into the game in like 10 seconds to show you a tour about how the house actually turned out with the backyard and the landscaping. So I will see you guys in the game. So this is the finished house with all the landscaping. If we come inside here, we have our entranceway with the closet that I was talking about, and our little table that I couldn't put in, but I did get a smaller one. Now if you come over here, you do have our living room. This was the cork board with all the postcards that I was talking about, and this was also the TV that I was talking about. It's actually just an Instavision flat panel television, but I sized it up one because that's its normal size, but you just sized up one. And boom, it's perfect. This is the fireplace that I also put in, and the fish named Gregory. Now over here is our dining room, and dining room is a bit of an understatement because it's kind of just squished in the corner. But I do like how it turned out, and it is all functional, so your Sims can use it. Then we have our kitchen over here, which we have our nice sink that I managed to fit in, and our one lonely island piece. Then if you come over here, you have our backyard and patio. So I did manage to put a grill out here and a table. Then you also have some of our gardening plots, some bird feeder, and an observatory. Then over here you have more of the kids section with the monkey bars and little science lab, then the garbage to clean up all the failed experiments from the science lab. If you come inside and through here, this is the master bedroom. I did go for a more white color scheme, but I really like how it turned out. And this is the bonsai tree that I was talking about. This is what it looks like shaped, and it is really, really pretty. They put it in like a triangle slash heart position. And this is the parents' master ensuite bathroom. Has double sinks, a bathtub, and I personally believe it's the best bathroom in the house. And upstairs here you have our landing with our nice little unicorn Blorfy and an easel with a computer. Then you have two bathrooms up here. This is the bigger bathroom with the bathtub and shower and the sink. Then this one's a smaller bathroom, but this one has a shower, a toilet, and a sink. Then this guy's the black and white infant room that I was talking about. So I like how it turned out. I think it's really, really fun, and it also kind of is nice, crisp, and clean. This is the kids' room that the kid took control of, the painted purple, unlike the rest of the house, and I like how it turned out. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and we are only one subscriber away from 45 subscribers, so make sure to like and subscribe. Also, we're only 6 subscribers away from 50 subscribers, and I'll have an event planned for both of those when we hit both of those milestones. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!